Hello and welcome to Frozen Bones Hockey. I'm Corey,
I am Chad.
and we love to talk about everything hockey, from the pro leagues
All the way to the beer leagues.
and everything in between.
Definitely. And check out that intro right there, huh? Who's that?
Well, thank you very much. That is the Bear Brass Band, one of the bands that I'm in, and we provided that because, I'm in the band.
And with the Ducks.
Let's go ahead and jump right on in. Let's chat about the World Juniors. The World Juniors is going on right now. It's the 41st World Juniors. For those of you who don't know, the World Juniors is a 20 and under tournament. I believe you have to be 16 years old to get in there, and obviously you can't be older than 20. And it's really cool because it showcases the brightest talent of all the up-and-coming kids, obviously the prospects. And the cool thing about the tournament is, if you are a prospect who's draft eligible, it just ups your stock if you do well at the World Juniors. And obviously, this weekend there was tons of hockey to be watched, and everyone wanted to really see that USA-Canada game, which did not disappoint.
It definitely didn't disappoint at all. Those kids have hands for days and legs that can just, God dang, man. When you watch them, like, how does he keep going out there and performing the same way?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Just watching them, their ability to play so many games in such a short period of time and still have so much energy is absolutely crazy. And obviously, when you're younger, you have the legs and you have the stamina to do so. But still, that many games in such a short little time period is really hard on anybody. Heck,
Yeah.
I can't play more than 2 games in like a week. Otherwise, I'm exhausted.
Oh, definitely. When
Dude.
I stepped on the ice for the first time, it's like, all right, cool, I'm going to sit down and have some water.
We went out the other day in the morning, and I swear, dude, we only skated for an hour and 10 minutes, and I'd say halfway through the day when I'd stand up, it was like, oh, my legs are sore. I can't, as you get old, it just sucks.
But we still like to play.
Yeah, who doesn't like to play? Hockey's pretty much, in my opinion, the greatest sport there is.
Oh, definitely. We're dedicated enough for work. We get up at 4:30 in the morning to go out.
Yeah, that's just because we like to actually have ice and be able to skate around, without having the stick times are normally packed around here. So
Those
back,
boys, check them out. USA, by the way, all the way, just wrapping it around the net, dude. All that handwork, just phenomenal hands were killing it out there, on all teams too.
yeah, you watch the World Juniors. They are obviously impressive kids to watch. The thing that's funny about the kids, obviously, is their mental toughness. And you could tell that after they beat Canada, there was definitely going to be a letdown, and everybody knew that. And then watching them play against the Swiss was definitely a letdown. They almost lost the game because the Swiss knew what they were doing. They knew how to clog up the neutral zone. And
That's good hockey, though, right there.
yeah, at any given point, anybody can win a game, which is great.
Not everybody can be Columbus.
Yeah. And what is this, number 17? They won 17 now, tonight, I believe. That's crazy. That's great for them. It's great for their fan base, so congratulations to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully they'll make the playoffs and actually do something this season.
I would be a little worried, though, at that point. I'd be like, oh, my God. I get a little nervous about that because
you think
they
them
cool off.
yeah, they may have
hot,
peaked too soon.
Defeated in the end. They'd be like, "You were so hot. What happened?" We cooled off. Everything gets hot.
The team I've played on for years, and we've been friends for years, so obviously I always play with the same team. Now the Warriors. They've been 2 other team names as well. We used to have seasons where we'd just play great, and then no matter what, didn't matter. We've still never won a championship, beer league championship, because every time we get to the playoffs,
have come in second place.
oh yeah,
Bravo,
we've come in second place a lot.
In Vegas, though. That's
Yeah, that
good.
was fun. That was
And
definitely a fun
you
tournament.
actually chose to lose that one because half your team members decided to tank it up.
Yeah, that's true. That was a rough one.
When you're playing real hard, you gotta feed the legs, man.
Yeah.
In which I like to drink and go play hockey. And pans out 50-50.
It never pans out 50-50.
It does.
It
Sometimes
doesn't.
you're like, you skate by me and you're like, you're going to throw up. And I'm like, not out here. You're like, take a seat.
That's true. That happens actually like pretty much
You
every
gotta go
Sunday
take a
morning.
seat, have a little bit of water, or sometimes don't have water because, then you might throw up. You go out skating after New Year's Eve. Come on. At least you went skating. You went to play hockey. Still putting the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Monday morning when we went out. It was great. It was like just lacing up the skates was enough to break a sweat.
Always, but that's what the beer league's all about. That's why we love everything because we're not gonna ever make it to any amateur league or anything like that. We just like pick up and all that kind of stuff, but we love our hockey.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely. You're not going to always make it into the major leagues, but at least you get to play for the Ducks. You've stepped out on that ice.
Yeah, that is true. That's a that was definitely a dream come true for us. Just the fact that I got to mix the two favorite loves of my life, hockey and music. For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure most people do, who are my friends, obviously, but I play in a band that I formed with a really good friend of mine, Megan. We play in a brass band, like a New Orleans-style brass band. And I don't know, I would say just before the playoffs 2 years ago, they were playing the Winnipeg Jets. And just as like a whim thing, I said, hey, let's get all dressed up and let's learn the bro hymn and let's play it and film it. Because they had that My Playoff Moments thing.
I remember that day.
Yeah, and so we did it. And, we didn't really think much of it.
Hashtag Ducks.
Yeah.
And then they picked you guys up. They're like, come on down.
Well, it happened a little, yeah. I mean, we did it, and luckily it was really cool.
My memory
Your perception. Hey, that's everybody's perception of it. And believe me, it kind of happened like
You're
that.
like, no, it didn't happen like that. It was so much more complicated.
Well, actually, it wasn't. I mean, that's the coolest thing is it's like a dream come true, and it was super surreal when it happened because it was just a whim. It was just like, hey, what if? And then it's one of those times where, hey, what if turned into like it really did happen. We got on the commercial for My NHL Playoff Moments, or hashtag Playoff Moments or whatever. Remember, it ended the commercial with us, and I was just amazed at that. I was just like, that is so cool. And then
you were like, all of a sudden,
the next day, I got
How many
contacted.
years is it now?
This will be year number 3 that we're going to play for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was awesome, and we went down. We went down there. They were the first off. No matter liking the Ducks or not, I've always liked the Ducks since 1993. Their organization is phenomenal, and I've seen it from the inner working side, and that's. I mean, they treat us so well that they set us up with cool jerseys. They put the Bear Brass on the back.
You're always like, I love jerseys. This guy right here loves jerseys. All right, he loves hockey more than anything, but he loves jerseys.
Well,
here's the best jersey. He's like, I want the third jersey. And I was like, dude, you have the best jersey ever because you have the Bear Brass on the back.
Well, here's the story about that. It was really funny. They had this commercial run, I don't know, like 2 years ago. It was like this, I think it was a football commercial where like this guy's wearing a jersey and his wife's like, why do you wear a jersey? It's not like you're on the team. And so my wife made fun of me.
Disgusting.
She's like, why do you, that's true. Why would you want to, it's like, now I tell her, well, to be honest with you, I'm a part of the playoffs. So technically, I have all the reason in the world to wear that jersey. Another thing that we do for the Ducks, which is so wonderful, is if they win a game, we get to get out on the ice and play at the end of the game.
That's
And
a great experience right there.
dude, that's the craziest experience. I mean, other than the fact that like you're stepping on the ice surface and you're just like, wow, this is awesome. And I've played hockey on the ice surface after a game.
Yeah, but like you're on your favorite team's ice right there.
Yeah, playing music,
like,
which is great.
I can't believe I made it to this level.
Yeah, right.
And they're so nice to you guys about everything. Like, what a great experience.
Oh, dude, It's been great. And when we get to play the goal song, the NHL wrote an article about us playing the goal song. And it's just surreal still, like, to think the NHL called me when I was on tour with a different group, called me and said, hey, we'd like to write an article about the brass band because it's, like, a big deal.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was shocked and very just humbled by the idea that's where it's gone. And I cannot preach enough about how much the organization has helped us and how much fun it is to be a part of that. I'll tell you one last story about the brass band, which is really funny to me. Is so we get to play. Sometimes we get to play when they score a goal, and it went from the very first season that we did this, where it was like every now and then they let us play, to this season it was just like, yeah, you guys pretty much have every goal other than maybe the first one, and then they run the DJ for that. Well, this season I'm eating pizza, and you guys, everybody knows hockey, and anybody can score at pretty much any given point when the game's on.
Doesn't matter how many seconds.
Yeah, there's no like red zone. So, obviously once they get into the zone, we pay a lot more attention. And I'm not sure exactly which goal it was, but because it all happened so quickly, I'm taking a bite of pizza right as they score, and Gil, who's the organist, turns around and just starts counting, and it's like I pick up my horn and I push like the pizza.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
playing a brass instrument here. I'm about to blow pizza through this.
And I did. Like we hit it as hard as we could, and we played it. And afterwards, I had to clean my horn out, and that was
nasty.
No, dude, it was pretty nasty. It was interesting, but yeah, man, that is an interesting experience, and I just to see it through the eyes of being able to be a part of it, and we walk through the stadium, we get to talk to people. It's been a dream come true.
You have a twinkle in your eye right now. You do. You truly do have a twinkle in your eye right now. You love hockey so much that you're just like, oh, and my favorite team.
Yeah, that is cool.
What if it would have been the Kings?
Yeah,
that would have been a hard thing for you,
yeah,
huh?
I just
a little hard.
Ooh, hard.
But then it's money.
But then it's hockey. But then it's hockey.
It's all for Southern.
Hey, but you know what they say, right? It happens for a reason. So it happened to be the Ducks, and that's amazing.
That is right.
Let's talk about the two games that this happened this weekend that were outdoor games, and they happen to, every year it seems like they have 1 to 4 outdoor games. And I'd really like to get your opinion on this, because I know how I feel about the outdoor games. What do you think?
Well, what I feel about the outdoor games is like it's kind of like putting on the hockey level, like in a football arena. And the camera angles, I don't really agree with them. I don't like it. Like when they bird's eye view that guy, and you're just like, all right, cool.
It kind of makes you dizzy.
It's not the way that it normally looks.
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't have a problem with the way that it looks, but my problem is that it's so slow sometimes. And all the players say the same thing. It's like, yeah, the ice and the puck is bouncing a lot, or the game is really slow. And, they said this in the Blues game, the Blues-Chicago game. One of the announcers, I think it was Pierre, was saying that, this is one of the times where skill players have to simplify their game because they can't do all the stuff that they normally do. And in a sport that has been just gaining steam to me, right? They're just like, yeah, it's getting better. Why would you want to put on a game that your skill players can't shine?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's outdoors. It's fun. But maybe not every year.
It's nostalgia.
Yeah, I wish maybe not every year, honestly.
Or how about some different teams?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing St. Louis, like, to be honest with you.
That was Chicago's 5th. Their 5th Winter Classic.
Yeah, right? And even after they got whooped on, the announcers were still being like, Chicago. And it's like, come on, guys. When are you going to ever send somebody else to the game?
It's a ratings thing, man.
You want to see a fun game? Send fucking Florida. Send Florida to the game like that. Like, they've been freezing their asses off. They're from Miami.
Well, they are, but not all of them, dude. Half of them come from Canada.
It's still Russia, because most of the guys on Florida probably never played in the outdoor game anyways.
No, I'm pretty
sure
that
was their excuse with the Blackhawks. They were like, there was a whole bunch of these guys who never played in the outdoor game. It's like, come on, guys.
Well, they've lost 4 of 5. They've lost 4 outdoor games of 5 outdoor games.
Stop playing them then. Like,
no, dude, it's just that Chicago has the ratings, man. People like to watch Chicago. They're a good team, and there's nothing knocking Chicago.
If Chicago ever shows up in Anaheim?
Yeah, a lot of Chicago fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just the way it is. And that's great and all for, if you're a Chicago fan, that's great for your team. I would just like to maybe see, like, Minnesota, it's cold in Minnesota. It's cold in Winnipeg. In fact, it's like the coldest city in Canada. Like, why not?
Let's get some other people going, right?
Yeah, let's have a couple other cities
They're
involved.
like, oh, well,
I mean,
you can beat Chicago. It's like, well, they've been beat. Get them out of there. It should be like the World Juniors, man.
Look at the
You
Columbus.
get beat, guess what? You don't get to come back next year. That's a great thing. I love that.
Nah,
it makes it aggressive.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. The NHL is a business, and we all know that. They have to sell. And with the Blackhawks ratings and how many people watch the game and who wants to buy tickets.
We pay the package to watch every game.
That's true, but not every... I mean, a lot of fans are traditional fans who absolutely love hockey. There is another, the new wave of fans that are coming in that are just getting acclimated to the sport. And
it starts with little ones.
Yeah, it does. It definitely starts with the little ones.
It does.
But point being is that when I'm looking at, watching like the Centennial game, right, between Detroit and the Maple Leafs. Well, I saw that game already. That game happened. And I don't know why they decided to do that same game again. Neither team is honestly that great. They're both struggling. So I get it. They're original 6 teams, and that's what the Centennial Classic is about. It's the 100th year of the NHL. I understand that portion of it.
That's why I like that they're going to introduce another team.
Oh yeah, the Vegas.
This is going to be great. It's going to change it all up, and like everybody's going to be like, oh, and like, dude, I really hope they come out a little strong.
They should. They should.
Yeah.
They're going to get a lot of really good players. The rules have changed a lot for new franchises coming out, so they should at least get a phenomenal goalie and probably a very good top 6 forwards
for their goalie. Who'd you think it was going to be?
Marc-Andre Fleury. I think that.
Go.
I mean, but that's not like it's my pick. It's like half of the so-called like professional analysts believe that he's going to end up as the
that
goaltender
would be
for them.
phenomenal for them.
For them, yeah, it would be.
You even said like why it would be because like they're getting a #1 named goaltender, which is great for their franchise.
Yeah, and they're going to start out on a level that other teams have never started out at. Because I can tell you right now, when Anaheim started out, they had a scrappy team, but they didn't really have a very playoff-ready team. And it took a long time for them to develop that. Whereas this time around, Vegas is, in my opinion, they're going to get a really good team right off the bat. And other than the players needing to mesh and learn like the coaching system and all that stuff, I think they're going to start out top-notch. And have you seen the facility for the Vegas Knights?
Have you?
Well, I've seen it from the freeway. I had a gig out there not too long ago, and I got the chance to drive by and see that. And they're starting out like it's all
top-notch.
Top-notch. Everything.
Dude, it's Vegas. They're
right?
We wanted a sports team forever. Like, this is our one chance, boys. Let's blow it up. And like, dude, I read the article in Rubber Magazine about like how like it's going to influence it all the way down to a little kid level.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for them.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal for them.
Hockey in the desert.
It didn't exactly work out so well for the Arizona Coyotes, though.
But still, they are a team.
Yeah, they're a team.
And they have fans. They have fans, man.
Dude, that's
and
like
those diehard fans are the best thing. Who cares? Like,
it's
man,
like watching Days of Our Lives, man. There's so much drama around that team. It's ridiculous.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, a lot of, like, look, we're not LA fans, but like a lot of LA fans, and we're mingled in with that for being Anaheim.
Well, Southern California, yeah.
Bandwagoners, but like, no. You love your team.
I'm not sure where you were going on with that one.
Well, you love your team thick and thin.
That's true.
They had an article about it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
About like why each person loves their team. Some people like, I like the color of their socks. No joke. That was on the list.
Yeah, when I was a kid and I chose my football team, it was because of their jersey. It wasn't because
I like the Buccaneers because they had a pirate flag, you know? Like,
yeah,
I was like, okay, but they lost all the time. I didn't care.
They still lose all the time.
They still do.
That's not going to change. Well, that's all the time we have today, folks. We're going to try to keep these podcasts down around about 20 minutes so that way, you know, you can listen to them in between work and junk, and we're not going to take up too much of your time with our useless ramble. We thank you for tuning in and listening to us. And, you know, go ahead and if you'd like, you can leave a comment for us. Look us up on Facebook or Instagram. we'll try to post as much as possible, and you should probably look for this about every single week.
Definitely.
So once again, thank you very much, and hope to talk hockey with you soon.
This is Frozen Bones signing off.